What's the word, YouTube fam? It's your boy Church Takes. We are back at it with another video. It's been a little while since I've done a little review video, but I figured today would be a good day to get back into it right before the holidays. Um, yeah, just hit y'all off with a few takes from the Patreon episode Lenny Lyin. Lenny been lying. Um, so yeah, man, first voice you hear on the EP is Jay Wan's voice. So, my opinion is here we go. He starts off with bothering Ish. Um, like the little bro who the older brother doesn't want to play with. It's kind of that vibe. Um, and I mean that's an interesting kind of narrative, or it's an interesting kind of character that Jay Wan could get into. I'll get into that a little bit later. But pretty much the next take was I wonder why they changed Ish and Flip's seat. I mean, nothing is wrong with it. It just looks weird that Ish is in Flip's high chair and Flip is in Ish's seat next to Ice. Again, nothing wrong with it. Just wonder why the Flip change was there. Flip, he got a damn puff suit on. I mean, is it that cold in New York City right now or in Jersey? I don't think it is. Like it's like those winter suits that I would get my children for winter. Like those big puffy joints where it's like the overalls on the inside and then it has like the big puffy coat on the outside, but it's all the same color and you get them from like Cookies or Kids Place or something like that. He has one of those on. I don't know what he's wearing, but salute. Um it's funny, Jay Wan ratted on Joe that he's about to buy a yacht. For all you pocket watchers out there, he definitely ratted on him and said that he was about to buy a yacht. So if you want a pocket watch, there you go. Next take is again. All right, now let's get into this Jay Wan narrative. I like the little brother role that he's falling into on the pod. I don't know if it's on purpose or if it's natural, but it's definitely a role that he should go into on the pod. But here's the thing: I'm not sure if his character, from what he's shown people so far, because again, I don't know him. But from what he's shown as far as on the pod and spaces and stuff like that, I don't know if his character will allow him to be the show's little brother, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a lot of smoke. It's up for everybody, pretty much. So I don't know if his mindset will allow him to be the pod's little brother, even though that's his role. It's clear as day. So the sooner he allows himself to be that, I think the better off it'll come off to the viewers and the watchers. But again, that's something that will only time will tell. But I definitely think that's the role that he should go into. I mean, because it's a natural role, it's an obvious role, and it's a role that he's kind of already falling into without it. I don't know if it's being done on purpose, but just keep on rolling into that. That if I were to say if anything's a good look, is definitely that. That's a good look. That's a good narrative. Uh anyway, maybe yeah, there we go. Maybe he wanted to maybe Ish wanted to advertise the Ish University hoodies. He definitely had a Ish University hoodie on. Um so maybe that's why they had the seat change, but I don't know. Again, Joe was dead wrong for trying to go behind Ish and get at his ex work. There was a whole thing in the past where they had a whole argument and headphones were being thrown. I'm sure if you're a fan of the JVP, you've probably seen a clip where Joe is throwing headphones and Ish is getting all purple in the face, talking about, don't say that you don't do something and then you actually do it. Like you just straight up lying. And then basically, Joe knew exactly. I mean, listen, most girls are. If the girl is for the streets, then she's for the streets. But you can't tell me that Joe didn't know what he was doing with Shorty. So let's just leave that there. Flip on his phone, definitely in the beginning of the episode, but then he also said that he had something important to take care of. Um, just something that people were obviously they're gonna say something, they're gonna complain about it, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Imani got called out for sending a pic of him and Joe and Ice's ex. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. We'll leave that there. It's interesting to see Imani's growth on the pod. At first, he was shooting at the other pod members um, for not disclosing or being vulnerable and sharing their personal business on the pod. Like he's been pretty consistent in sharing his personal business on the pod, and I don't think people give him enough credit for kind of being an open book. So salute to Imani and his growth on the pod. I definitely I'm seeing growth for sure. Um, I bugged out when Jaywan has said that Mel got Daisy stressed out. Like she spoke to Daisy about something that was pretty serious, and Daisy is all stressed out. The dog being stressed out is aggressive. Like, come on. Now this is when they got into the whole who needs therapy talk. It was a great conversation and a healthy, uncomfortable talk that was definitely great for the content. Um, I'll leave the fans to go ahead and do their uh do their numbers, the number of people who need therapy the most in sequence. I'll leave that up to them. I'm not gonna do that now because they already did it. Um, that being said, around 126, an hour and 26 minutes, Ish calls Ice by his government name. Very interesting. At an hour, 28 minutes, and 55 seconds, Ice helps J1 clear the space for him to land his plane. It's almost like he can't land his plane on his own, but, again, Ice being an older brother, clearing it out for him, it's all right. It's cool. It's not a shot at J1. It's just the older brother playing his role, helping him land his plane. At an hour and 31 minutes and 10 seconds, Flip killed Ish with that question. Like I think he asked him if he knows that he's the smartest in the room or if he thinks he's the smartest in the room, and Ish without hesitation said yes. So he definitely killed Ish with that question. Um J1 actually got up and gave Flip a pound for that, so that was pretty funny. At an hour 33 minutes and 45 seconds, Ish called Mel a bully, and Mel definitely gave her pushback. This is when things started to get fired up. Around an hour and a half, like 34 minutes. At the end of that minute, the 34th minute, Flip jumps on Mel for her facial expressions, and that became a whole conversation. Mel, basically tells people to stop being soft about her facial expressions and go ahead and deal with it. Ish goes ahead, Ice kind of gave some pushback for Mel, and then Ish says that Mel was fronting. I mean, it got kind of spicy for a little bit, and Mel says that she's done with giving people facial expressions. That was basically how she ended that conversation and said that basically I'm just gonna be a straight face up here. Then if that's how you guys feel about it, then I'm just gonna be straight face. And yeah, I mean it got kind of spicy overall. I mean, it was a phenomenal episode, phenomenal Patreon. Shout out to the pod members for again just bringing high level content. Um, yeah, I mean, like this is arguable. It's not arguable. I think it's the best podcast out there, and I would like to make an argument that this is the most sophisticated urban podcast that we have to go to. So, I mean, that is basically it, man. It's your boy Church Takes. That is it. That is all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking the video. And even if you don't, I appreciate you guys for still being here listening. So, again, that is it. That is all. Remember that the best takes are the church's takes, and we are out. Peace.